Imagine the tension in Tangier as two giants of African football stepped onto the pitch for a rematch that felt more like a grudge match than a semi-final. The rivalry between Sadio Mané and Mohamed Salah was the headline, but the story on the grass was about tactical discipline versus raw dominance. From the opening whistle, the narrative was established: the Lions of Teranga seized control of the ball, while the Pharaohs built a defensive fortress designed to frustrate. The game's first major flashpoint wasn't a goal, but a massive blow to the Senegalese defense. Kalidou Koulibaly, the heart of the back line, was forced off early with an injury after a heavy challenge. Before leaving, he had already picked up a yellow card that would have suspended him for the final regardless. His exit forced the young Mamadou Sarr into the spotlight, creating a moment of vulnerability that Egypt, surprisingly, failed to exploit. Despite the change, Senegal maintained a staggering 65% possession, pinning Egypt into their own half for the duration of the first 45 minutes. Analyzing the tactical setup, it was clear that Egypt's manager, Hossam Hassan, was playing for a stalemate. The Pharaohs operated in a deep low block, essentially daring Senegal to find a gap. This led to a statistical anomaly: for nearly 80 minutes, Egypt registered 0 shots and 0 corners. Mohamed Salah was effectively a passenger, isolated on the wing and swarmed by green shirts every time he looked for a pocket of space. Meanwhile, Senegal's midfield, led by the tireless Lamine Camara, recycled play with clinical precision, though they struggled to turn that control into clear-cut chances against El Shenawi's organized defense. The deadlock finally shattered in the 78th minute through a moment of individual brilliance and a touch of fortune. Lamine Camara drove into the final third and fired a speculative shot that took a heavy deflection off an Egyptian defender. The ball looped perfectly into the path of Sadio Mané at the edge of the box. With the poise of a veteran, Mané caught it on a clean half-volley, sending the ball skipping across the turf and into the bottom left corner. This wasn't just a goal, it was a milestone, marking Mané's 20th direct goal involvement in AFCON history. The final 10 minutes were pure chaos. Forced to finally attack, Egypt threw caution to the wind, bringing on Mustafa Mohamed and Zizou to salvage the game. They finally managed their first shots of the match in the dying moments, but Senegal's makeshift defense held firm under immense pressure. As the whistle blew, the scoreboard read 1-0. Senegal advances to their third final in 4 editions, but the victory is bittersweet. They head into the championship match without their captain Koulibaly and the suspended Habib Diarra, leaving a massive void in the center of the pitch.